Hello, seventh graders, and welcome back to many of you, and welcome, if you're new, to Miwa. I'm Mr. Ling, and I am your math teacher this year. And congratulations, because you're here, that means you survived sixth grade. Virtual high five for you. All right, so this screen we're looking at is our home screen, and this is all brand new this year for those of you that were at Miwa last year. We have a new system called Canvas, which you probably are aware of by now, but it's pretty cool. It's got a lot more features to it, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. Anyway, a couple things about the class. First of all, when you first log in to Canvas and you click on the math class, Math 7, your screen should look something like this. Make sure that you read through the syllabus the first time, and that will give you a lot of good information about the class and about myself and so on and so forth. On class meeting times too, which I'll tell you about in a little bit. So once you're done with the syllabus, go ahead and click over here on modules, which is the next thing down. And modules is where your class is, basically. All the lessons, all the assignments, and you'll work through this in sequence, right, from top to bottom. So the first thing you're going to do is stop here on syllabus, which you already did that, so you can check that off your list. And then you'll go down here to getting started and work on down from there. A couple things I wanted to point out to you. Well, one thing here is the pace chart. So let me pull this up. And while that's pulling up, I will tell you that your assignments are already assigned due dates by the system. That just kind of spreads them out from start to finish. And I think there's already stuff due like on the first day of school, which is kind of weird. But anyway, the pace chart is really what I want you to go off of. The assignments, you'll see them pop up in your there's a little area up in the top part of your screen there. My face is kind of where it is right now. But you'll see your anything that's coming due will be up there. But the pace chart is really what I want you to go off of. So you might print it out and put it in your notebook, which you should be using, which I'll talk about in a second also. But the pace chart, it's there for you. It has all the dates for each week. I've numbered the weeks 1 through 19. There's 19 weeks in each semester. And so make sure that you use this as a kind of a guide. So for instance, next week, week 2, September 12th through the 16th, you should be finishing 1.02 and 1.03 in the assignments. So go back into modules here and I'll show you where they're at. So once you go through the welcome folder, scroll down here. Module 1 is your first module. They're kind of like units. And there's the links are basically the lessons, and then these little Q buttons here. These are quizzes. Mid-module check, that's a quiz. And sometimes you'll see assignments, which I don't see in here. The quizzes are pretty much always what you take after the lesson. Okay, so that's kind of what the class looks like. So a couple of important things. Like I mentioned, notebook, really important. Get yourself a math notebook just for your math class, or at least a big notebook with a section for math, that's fine too. But I want you to take your notes in here. So when you go through the lessons, when you go through these links here, the lessons, you should be taking notes. And notes are important for a couple of reasons. One, helps you remember the information. When you write things down on paper, it makes a connection in your brain. It actually makes a lot of connections in your brain, and you will remember the information and understand it better if you write it down. So that's one thing. The other thing is, say you take a quiz and maybe you didn't get the grade on it that you wanted to. You can retake anything in my class. I'm okay with that. However, I need one thing from you, which is a copy of your notes for that section. So if you come to me and say, hey, Mr. Ling, I kind of messed up on 1.03. I kind of want to do that one again. I'll say, sure, go right ahead. Show me a picture of your notes first. That's your ticket to redo any assignment. Okay, so notebook. Get one, use it, love it. Next thing, virtual lessons. So for those of you that were in my sixth grade class last year, we are doing virtual live lessons. This time, instead of Wednesdays, it's going to be on Mondays. So Mondays at, let's see, 7th grade, you guys are 1:30. So Mondays at 1:30, we'll have a virtual live lesson. Be just like they were last year. I'll go over some things from the pace chart. where we all should be. So they will be timely. And it's a great place to ask questions also. Last thing is middle school lab. We're doing that again also this time. Well, actually, it's still on Fridays from 9:30 to 11:30 in the science and art room. You'll have all three of your teachers, myself, Ms. Powell, and Ms. Dinsmore, your science teacher, to answer any questions you have about any subjects that you're working on. It's a great place to work. It's a great place to meet up with some of your other middle school buddies and get things done. All right, that's all I got. So I just wanted to send you this welcome video to get you started. And if you have any questions, go to the syllabus, and that will tell you how to get a hold of me. All right, have a great semester, and I will talk to you and see you on campus soon.